Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to finals day here in Ettlingen in Germany for the EFRA 1/8 Track Euros. These nitro-burning sports cars have been in intense battle through the lower finals this morning, and now we know our lineup for the final. Who will be contesting for the European Championship 2015? We have former champions, we have the reigning champion, we have guys hoping to be hoping to put their name on the trophy for the first time. And we're going to go into the garage to get a little bit of the atmosphere just before what might well be one of the biggest races of these guys' careers. Let's have a look for them, shall we? A lot of the camps, the garage is actually thinning out a bit, which is, you know, not unexpected. A lot of guys having to pack up and go home. Their day is over. They are nothing but spectators now. But for a lot of these guys, it is still very, very tense, nervous moments. Robert Peach is just down here, one of the two top qualifiers getting ready for the final. How are you feeling? How was it watching the semi-finals knowing you were already there?
Yeah, it was a pretty good feeling after years of doing the semi-final. Yeah, it was good to see the other drivers struggling a little bit with the conditions, because the tracks looks a little bit more slippery than yesterday due to the weather. And we make a little adjustment on the car, and I hope it's going to be good.
Excellent. So you're feeling confident?
Yeah, I feel confident, and we get everything ready in time, so I'm confident for the final.
Excellent. Well, best of luck. It'd be a brave man to bet against you. Thanks very much for your time. So take a fellow wander through the garage. As I say, it's starting to thin a lot more. The guys having departed, but the big issue for these guys is how you psych yourself up mentally for the showcase of these guys' careers. This is going to be one of the biggest races of these guys' careers. And down here we have Oliver Mack, who will be rolling off fourth, having qualified safely from that first semi-final. How did it feel to get in second and be fairly comfortable getting through?
Oh, it was okay. The engine was a little bit to it, so not 100% performance, but it was by 90%, and it was normally it's not easy to go in the final. So to be safe, and in the start I had to overtake Dario, but I make slow, so to be safe. Okay.
That seems to be the name of the game here. So how are you feeling about your chances in the final?
Oh, I think, I don't know, before or 5, it's possible.
He's downplaying it, I reckon you've got an outside shot. Best of luck, buddy. Thanks very much for talking to us. So it's a little bit of a family party atmosphere around the garage as well now, with a lot of fans and friends of teams still here, and guys still who have not yet packed up and left. They're here to enjoy what is left of their event, what's left of the tournament. And they've been through a bracket, and now we're going to speak to probably one of the biggest guns who will not be in the final. And when I was speaking to you yesterday after Super Bowl, I did not think I'd be saying this. It would depend, see how he's feeling. Yillers, Grosskamp, what happened out there? It looked like it was on.
Yeah, it just like a bad luck, because we had to change the engine for finals, because in the qualification we broke the last engine. On didn't broke it, but because the fuel line was broken, the good engine got rich and too lean. So we had to run another engine. And when we ran the warm-up lap, it didn't shift to second gear, so we had to open the second gear already. And at the start it was a bit rich, but I could still stay in front. And then when the temperature came finally in the engine, it was okay, so I was just easy leading. And then at the first fuel stop, my mechanic put the car down exactly when car number 2, Hoppa, put it down, so I got to stop and go. Still no problem, because I knew I fuel at 5 and the rest at 4 minutes, so I still have the advantage. And I think I was back to second again, and then I hit some guy who spun in front of me, and he came in front of me, and I hit him, and I think my car just a little bit broken. I have to check what's going on, but still I could just continue driving, and I was still in second or third place, so pretty easy. Still many things happened, but I was still safe for make the main. And the last fuel stop was fine, and I go out the pit, and I just accelerate, and the engine stopped, and we think it's the plug.
That must have been heartbreaking for you, but bad luck. You'll be spectating this year's final, but we know you'll be back at the sharp end for next year's European Championships. You'll be back to the front very soon. Thanks very much for talking to us all weekend. Thank you very much. Right. Let's keep it going through. Let's find one of the other guys who will be in the final this year. That shows you just how competitive these European Championships are, ladies and gentlemen. Gilles Groschkamp not in the final. How much does that open things up? Adrian Bertin not in the final either. And one of the guys who has qualified up and has actually made the double push-up is Merlin Depter. How does it feel to be moving up into the final? How are you feeling for the final?
Yeah, it's quite nice. I was a little bit disappointed yesterday after the qualification because I was first in the quarterfinal. So I was a little bit messed up. And now I'm quite satisfied with the result, yeah.
You're feeling pretty good. You're feeling confident. How do you think it makes things a lot more difficult to kind of go through multiple layers of qualification? Or are you feeling just like, hey, we've made it to the final, anything can happen from here?
Well, this medal has two sides, actually. The one thing is, when you have to drive twice before you can make it to the main, everything can happen. So if you have a flame out, if you hit somebody else, whatever. But on the other side, it was today for me especially. It was very, very good to have another final for not practicing directly, but maybe just adjusting the car because the track today felt a little bit different. So I think the quarterfinal was not so bad for me.
So it enabled you to get up to speed. That's interesting. A lot of people say that sometimes that attrition can play in, but you seem to enjoy getting warmed up to speed. So you feel like you got a little bit of an advantage on the finalists?
Yeah. Maybe not an advantage because everybody has driven some minutes today. But yeah, I'm quite confident now for the main.
Excellent. So you're feeling good for the final?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. Well, best of luck.
Thanks.
Well done getting up here. Thank you very much. So let's roll on through. This is it's still fairly cramped in the garage area, despite competitors packing up and departing for now. Ooh. Bit of a squeeze. Ball's getting through in the camera as well. And the garage, it's a hive of activity back here because you're warming up for the biggest race of these people's careers. This is huge. There are a lot of guys mucking in. There are guys coming up. There are guys who are kind of lumping in. And everyone's trying to do their very best to get the slightest advantage. We are just trying to find our reigning champ. Just trying to.
No, not Dario.
Ah, okay.
He's walked off.
Speak a little bit.
A little bit English. No,
Okay.
I don't speak a little bit.
Okay.
Okie doke.
So it's Alessio Masseo.
Alessio Mazzeo, one of our qualifiers from earlier. Just you were one of the guys who had to go through on speed. How nervous was it watching that second semi-final?
So now it's a nervous race. So the other driver are a good driver, fast driver, and all driver do this like a work. For me, it's a hobby, and I'm happy. I'm not nervous now because I'm in the final, main final, and I'm only happy for this.
Excellent. So you're glad to be in the final. You feeling good for the final? Feeling good for your chances?
I don't know because the final is another race. It's different to all the week. So, but we hope in a good race, and I'll do my best.
Excellent. Well, you're happy to be there. Good luck for the final, mate. Thank you very much for talking to us. So that concludes our pit walk before the finals of the EFRA European IC Track Championships. Who will be our 2015 champion? We've had a word with some of the competitors, some of the guys who won't be in that final. Previous champions will be there. Reigning champs will be there. Guys will be hoping to put their name on that trophy for the first time will be there. Who is your money on? I haven't the faintest. Let's get back to the action.